Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to the Super Smack pod.
The rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans. Oh, God. Where do we start, mate?
I don't actually know if I can be bothered doing this episode.
I was thinking of cancelling. I was thinking of texting you at 3 a.m. last night saying, hey, mate, should we just push it this week?
What's the absolute point in even talking about this monstrosity?
Well, I mean, these are the times where your favourite sporting teams really test you as a fan. Yeah. And I was really looking deep into my closet. I'm actually in Canada at the moment. I'm on holiday visiting my wife up in Canada while she's at work.
Yeah.
And I was just wanting to dig deep into my closet and find my Black Ferns jersey because they're the only ones holding up the deal for the teams that I support in New Zealand rugby at the moment, with a fantastic reversal of the All Blacks saga. At the World Cup, they did a demolition job on the South Africans to make it into the semi-finals. So good on you girls, well done.
Good on you girls,
proud
and
of you.
They came out and did what South Africa did to us in the second half.
Yeah.
They did to the South African women's team. I mean, it was glorious. Well, they're on another level though. The Black Ferns are kind of. I can't wait to see the England. Hang on, are they going to play England in the semi, or are they going to meet them in the final? Granted that both teams get there, which I'm pretty sure they will.
Canada plays Ireland, I think, and maybe we play the winner of that quarter. Is that right?
Well, that'll be good. So we could actually play Ireland again.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we thrashed them the other day.
But good on you. And
good on them.
We could have a whole. We should this week probably just have a whole podcast on them.
Well, we should because there's no other games. And let's be honest, mate. Let's be honest. The NPC isn't going so well for either of us. No, either.
Well, I mean, we've talked about Northland at length on this podcast prematurely because they've actually come back and had a few good wins, and then put you to the sword, mate. They put Wellington to the sword. Highly,
Julian Sevilla said that was rubbish.
Yeah, it was.
In his interview afterwards, he was like, "That was just nothing went right. That was just horrendous." And he was pretty blunt to the point. And I'm going, they have fallen off the wagon big time on Wellington. Mate. Unfortunately, they are not doing well at all. And I mean, I can't see anybody beating Canterbury the way they're playing. But I can't. I mean, Wellington are not even going to get anywhere near any kind of final. Unfortunately, it's sad.
Has Canterbury played yet? I saw. Yeah, they've got a game.
I think they're playing this afternoon.
Yeah, they might be playing this. But yeah, we might miss it. But Bay of Plenty also had.
Tasman today, Ranfurly Shield clash.
Oh, it is a Ranfurly Shield clash. That's right.
Which I think Canterbury they'll buck the trend, and I think they'll defend it. Is my hunch. They're playing
against Tasman too. Yeah, I mean they're
playing some pretty good rugby.
You know, they're the cousins from up the road, really, because they're all part of the old Crusaders
wank franchise.
Yes, the wank franchise. I don't know about that, mate. Come on, let's not be rude.
Why?
We can be
to
rude.
The Crusaders.
Rude, actually.
No one cares, mate.
Where were those? Yeah, it'd be nice for it to go to Tasman. It'd be nice for it to bounce around a little bit this year. I mean. I feel like Southland maybe deserved to hold on to it for more than a week.
I don't know if they did really.
Yeah, man, it would have been nice. It would have been nice for them to go back into the season and have a couple of big defences.
Yeah, it'd be lovely if I won Lotto as well, but it's not going to happen.
You got to buy a ticket first.
Yeah, that's the one thing that always trips me up. I need to buy a ticket. I go, I can't win just sitting here.
No.
Where were those Crusaders players last night in Wellington? Where were they?
I mean, we'd like to throw some blame around, and I
feel like let's do it.
We want to, but I don't think it's possible, mate, because I don't think there's anyone out there, including coaches, probably the whole sort of the whole coaching group. I reckon will be looking at themselves in the mirror this morning, going, "What the fuck have we done?" The players, no one really. Everyone had a couple of moments, I think. we've talked about, D-Mac and Bodie having a good combo at 15 and 10, doing some good tactical kicking. They made some good decisions. The attacking play of the backs was good. They seemed to lay a pretty good foundation in the forwards for the backs.
Leroy got a meat pie on debut. That was looking amazing.
It was looking good. And we went into halftime and we were feeling, not completely satisfied, but feeling a little bit. We're feeling pretty good.
It felt like a good Springboks All Blacks battle, and we were
nothing
up 10-7.
Was out of the ordinary. Nothing. We didn't feel like there was a right dicking on the horizon.
No, and I turned to Curtis and Charlie, who I was watching it with, and I said, if the second half continues like this, I reckon we've got this. It was a good showing from both teams, but I felt like we had a little bit of an attacking edge, and then 10 minutes in the sheds, something happened that completely fucked with it.
What do you think?
Reversed the whole thing.
Let's start off with that, the Springboks halftime sheds.
Well,
we've all heard the rumours, and we've all sort of heard some footage, and had some great little sound bites and quotes from Rassie and the players over the years about his infamous bloody halftime speeches, really, and post-match speeches when they haven't quite hit the mark. He's really inspired some performance out of his players, so we know it's there. It's always humming there under the radar there. But what does he say? What has he said?
Well, my guess, they played so extraordinarily well in that second half that I can only assume that he threatened them with something deadly serious. And my options that I'm going to straight away is either he had a family member at gunpoint somewhere.
Jesus.
And he was like, you've got 40 minutes, otherwise Sheila's going to get it. The other one is he had maybe some really dirty info on them, like evaded tax that they haven't paid, or something that he was going to get them into trouble with, because they played like possessed men. And
maybe he's gone through everyone's laptop and tablet, and so basically he's gone, halfway through the week, he's like during training, he's made sure everyone's out on the paddock and he's got everyone in for a meeting. Maybe he's like put everyone in front of like a favorite movie of the team or something, maybe it's that Matt Damon rugby movie about the 1995 World Cup. So he's put everyone in front of the telly. So everyone's having a great time watching, and he's sent some forensic technical scientists and techie guys into there.
Scientists.
Yeah, they've gone into the rooms and they've gone through the incognito information from their Google Chrome searches, and got real specific about what kind of stuff they're searching on incognito windows.
Yeah.
And he's basically, at halftime, no one's said anything. Everyone's just got a little envelope in their little station. And on it is just that, in the envelope is a little printout of every single
he's really
search.
gone to town. Why is he printed
And so everyone
it?
opens their envelope and is just kind of like, fuck. Oh, God. And so Rassie comes in and he's like, if you don't want anyone else to know what's on that piece of paper, get out there and make sure you do your fucking job. You know what to do.
Yeah.
If you don't, I'm leaking all of this information.
Yeah. And
I'm going to do it with my name on it so everyone knows it's legit.
Yeah, Cheslin Colby opens his Bonnie Blue and then looks up and Rassie's like, you know what you need to do, Chesy.
You know what you need to do, Cheslin?
Mate, I don't disagree. It had to have been some extraordinary fire was lit under the Springboks, because they came out and they just did not want to lose that Freedom Cup. Losing at Eden Park, I think, was painful enough for them, and they weren't going to go home empty-handed. And we felt like, man, what happened to us? Like, we felt like we didn't want. Is it a case of not wanting it enough again? I mean, where were the tackles? Where was the effort?
There's always little dips, like, and this is the same in any sport, I reckon. There's always, you have a little dip. Maybe like someone turns on the afterburners, has an inspired period of play, right? You score a couple of quick tries, but then you always sort of wrestle the momentum back. Yeah. But and we were, as All Black fans, we were sitting there waiting for that to happen. And I remember listening to Kieran Reid and who else was it? He was talking with another ex.
Mills?
It was Mills, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they were having a yarn about, like, they were going off. Like, you know, like, it's one thing to have a little turn for 10, 20 minutes in a game and for another team to play better than you for a spell. But it's like they gave up, man.
No, they did. Well,
it's like there was nothing there. There was nothing to turn to. It was like, well, I guess we better think about Eden Park again.
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
got a case of the saddies.
Do you really need like that much build-up? Like, are we victim of like not being able to perform in the games where we don't have everything on the fucking line?
Well,
was there not enough on the line in this game, and they're kind of like already thinking about next week?
I think there was definitely enough on the line, but it's going against the worrying thing is that it goes against the old All Blacks DNA, which is that we a lot of our greatest test matches, to be fair, we've only just won, right? Like, it could have gone either way. And I feel like because we were a last 20-minute team who would get up after the other team were coming back and we'd go, all right, no, now it's time to, we're going to shut it down. But it didn't. That's kind of stopped happening. Like, you don't really trust that the All Blacks can do that anymore. You know, those were the glory days, the McCaw days. But is it that they're lacking someone like that?
But you can't. I don't think you can take. I mean, sure, yeah, we definitely didn't stand up, and we lost our way on defence, and you know there was nothing. There was nothing for us to really do. It seemed. But the Springboks just played so bloody well, mate. I think that was the other thing.
They did, but
46. 46 missed tackles. The defence was shit, and they'll know that. That'll be the first thing that they address, I reckon, when we get back onto the training paddock next week.
Yeah, it's just a shame with the record because there's been other games against the Springboks where they've come out and played extremely well in a half, and we've countered that, you know, and we've met them at their level. What was disappointing is not just the one try, the two tries, but 36-0 in the second half. Like, that's well, it is unheard of.
Do you think this will,
why did they have to go and get a record?
Do you think the South African fans, team supporters, pundits, whoever, do you think they're going to look back on this game and go, that's the greatest game South Africa has ever played against the All Blacks? You know, we were talking about the great games last week, and we had a couple of big ones from an All Blacks perspective. Do you think they're going to look back on this game and go, that's the time we fucked them up? We'll be remembering this for decades. This
will be up there with the 57-0 drubbing at North Harbour. This will be their version of that. And, you know, it is a real new era. It's taken the All Blacks into yet another zone now, I think, because we always had the luxury of we could be beaten, but we always had the luxury of saying no one ever thrashes the All Blacks. No one ever disposes of us, but that's exactly what happened last night. I mean, 43-10 is... Yeah, that's sad because that points to something. I mean,
we're talking a week's worth of preparation as well. So, like, these aren't different teams. Like, that looked like completely different teams. But I mean, I suppose Rassie's made quite a lot of tactical changes.
He brought in a lot of youth into that team.
Totally. You know? And I mean, I guess Razor made a few changes. You know, that it was a sort of slightly different complexion to our team. You know, like.
And it was all working.
Yeah, but...
It was all working perfectly fine in the first 40. Jordan was running, D-Mac was catching, D-Mac was kicking, Bodie was kicking. There was backline attack. Why did that stop? Like, what did they do in those dressing rooms?
Well, is it all there? Yeah, I mean, is it like, has Rassie just made a better tactical play and selection-wise than Razor has for this game?
I don't believe that. I think the selections were perfectly adequate because that first half proved it. There was nothing wrong with what was happening in that first half. There were no times during that half where I went, oh, God, oh, fuck, what have we done? I was actually like, no, this is good. This is good, hard-fought test match rugby. And then they just took the foot off the gas. But where's the leaders? Where are the senior people stepping up and going, guys, what the fuck is happening here? We need to turn it around.
So let's call them out. So we've got, obviously, Scott Barrett as captain, right?
Adi Savia.
There's going to be some big questions around Scott Barrett after this one. There already was some little rumours and some little chats.
Look, I defended him last week because...
And what are you saying now?
Well...
Are you saying his head's on the chopping block now, man?
No, I'm not saying his head's on the chopping block, but it's in those moments, like, you can't let a team do that to you. That's just not what... You've got... That team of players in the All Blacks are so talented. There's no excuse for letting that happen.
And we've got Artie there as well. And
you've got Artie, you've got Bowden, you've got Geordie. If Rico was on there, he'd be a part of the leadership group too.
Yeah, he wasn't though, was he?
No, he wasn't. But those are the core... Those are definitely the core leaders in the team. If Cody Taylor was on... He would have been. I mean, those are the senior players.
But was it just not enough of them around? Were too many young'uns in there not to be able to respond. You know.
Yeah, but the young'uns. It's so funny. What works for it works for Rassie and the Springboks doing that. Maybe it just doesn't work for us. I think we had a good mix of experience and newbies. I mean, DMAC would be in that leadership group too.
True.
He's a veteran enough.
So if we haven't, so we've heard from sort of that South African dressing room at halftime. What do you think's gone on in the All Blacks dressing room for them to just sort of, I don't know, waltz out and expect it to be a walk in the park?
Well, they clearly aren't talking about rugby. They're clearly not talking about the game. They must completely switch off and, like, I don't know, look at where they're going out for dinner after, or in the two restaurants that are still open in Wellington these days.
Oh, God.
Hey, should we go to Hummingbird or Capitol?
Is the Green Parrot still open, mate?
Yeah, mate. That place will never die. It's like a cockroach. Winston Peters still goes there.
Does he?
In fact, when he dies and stops going, that's when it will probably fall over. No, look, I don't know what they were doing. They certainly were doing something.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be much inspiration there, right? It was just a weird one. They just fell off.
Fell away completely.
So what do we do now? Do we give them a couple of days off? We give them, they're going to be. I mean, the thing is that we know that they're good. I'm
not concerned about Eden Park. I'm not concerned about the Wallabies Eden Park. I mean, if anything, we know that. I mean, you know, the pattern is that the herd All Blacks are dangerous, just like a hurt South Africa is dangerous. That's why they were so furious at us, because we'd given them a good going over last week. It was only natural that they were going to come out firing. We just didn't have an answer. But I don't think there's going to be an issue at Eden Park. I think we'll hold that.
What about Wellington then? What's wrong with Wellington? Why do we always have these big struggles there, mate?
I don't know.
You're from down there. What have you got down there? Is there something in the water? Like,
it's just cold.
It's just colder?
It's just cold and windy.
Too many players from the top of the North Island.
Yeah, I reckon there's something in the swirly wind that just puts people off a little bit.
Just upsets their tummies a bit.
Yeah, it gives them. Yeah, it gives them. I reckon. I'm just going to come out and say it. I reckon they poisoned us. There's
Scott
no
Barrett's
possible...
come out at halftime going, I've got a bit of an upset tummy.
I'm pretty sure I saw Tupou Vaa'i just clutching his stomach a little bit.
Yeah, and actually, I think that's why he couldn't wrap his arms in that Cheslin Colby tackle, because he had
cramps. He had cramps.
Like, I've got sore guts. I've got a sore guts.
Yeah, I heard he had to go home and get some new undies after.
Yeah.
So I think they've done a 95. I think someone's come into the Novotel or the bloody Intercontinental or wherever and has slipped them a little something in the old spaghetti bolognese, and there's no possible other reason why the All Blacks played that badly.
Maybe they've had too much spaghetti bolognese before the game, because you know what? I mean, if I have a good spag bowl, it puts me on my ass, mate. I'm like, I need to have a rest after that. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just too much spag bowl.
Yeah, it's too much spag bowl, or they've been food poisoned, which is much more likely
more
the case.
plausible.
But
Okay,
we're creating a habit of blaming the diet and the eating habits of the All Blacks on their losses.
I mean, but it's the only logical excuse, man.
I'm
They're all
interested.
good players.
Do we know who the mental skills coach is? You know, it's obviously it was Gilbert Enoka for
for years,
so
right?
many years.
Yeah.
It's interesting because is there something that needs to be looked at in that department? Because
Probably.
the issue for me has got nothing to do with talent, skill, or the right player for the role. This is all a mental issue. That they are being beaten mentally when they need to be mentally tougher. Like they're perfectly adequate to play and win, but when it gets to a point in a game where your back's against the wall and you need to step up, the All Blacks of old during Gilbert's era, they had a mental resilience, man, that meant that they won the majority of their matches. How do we replicate? That's what we need to replicate.
Yeah, but I guess
somehow.
you also, but you need like we talked about before. You need the leaders to, like Richie was just he was just an energizer bunny,
Yeah.
and his famous mantra of like start again.
I mean,
and that was every play, So you just need some more of that in there.
I mean, Scott did look like his post-match speech, he looked like a stunned mullet. I mean, that guy did not know what to say.
Well, that's it.
He sort of seemed kind of bewildered and confused about what had just happened. Like he didn't really...
Which you should never be when you're in a full professional team. This is like one of the best teams in the world. Like you shouldn't be confused as to what's going on or gone on.
How could it have gone that badly? It just... Yeah, where were the huddles? Where was the rallying around going, all right, we're playing a little bit badly first up in the second half. We need to pull our heads out of our asses and do something about it. It seemed it just got worse and worse. And then, of course, at the end, it was these little soft tries were humiliating. I mean, Ethan Hooker, that new winger, was just running through the entire team.
Yeah, mental.
And it didn't even look that good. He didn't even look like... It's not, I was like,
it was like when you were playing Jonah Lomu rugby and, just all you needed was a couple of like little fens and you run a funny little line and all of a sudden you threw 10 defenders, Yeah, it did look, like a B All Blacks team, in that last sort of quarter of the game. And maybe I just still think we can't take anything away from the South Africans.
Oh, no. They played fantastically, but that is certainly not a B All Blacks team. I would say... No,
it looked like a
Yeah, I know, but the concerning thing is that was pretty damn close to... Would you say it was pretty damn close to an A All Blacks team? I mean, you're missing Roygaard, who would have made a huge difference, I reckon.
And probably, you'd put Cody in there as well. But yeah, I guess so. And in terms of the
maybe we just
loose forwards, first.
Maybe there was some selection. I mean, you could, depending on the game's play that they were trying to go for, maybe there was some selection questions. I did wonder about old Wallace. I was hoping that Wallace was going to make a few line breaks because, when Rassie brings in a player like Jasper Wiese, bumping people off left, right and centre, we kind of need to be matching that energy. And I felt Wallace didn't really get into it. He didn't really
but if there is anyone to do that, you would select him to do that. I don't think there's...
You would hope so. But
who would you bring in? Would you bring in a Luke Jacobson?
I don't know, but it's just the
would you
last
bring Marty
couple of
Holler
games.
Back, mate?
Josh I'd go
Cromwell.
down to your physio and say, hey, Josh, just a quick rub down. And also, can you come back to Eden Park on the 27th? And
Josh has been out of the jersey for a little too long, mate. He's got one of these. He's actually legitimately got one of these.
And he's got the real one with the number 7 on the back.
Totally. Maybe. I mean, you could recall a Sam Cane. Maybe he can come back for a spell. I reckon Richie would be able to put on the jersey again.
No, he's tiny.
He's still fit, mate.
He's tiny, mate. And he's like He's like Rito. They don't have any meat on them anymore.
Yeah,
They've
true.
lost
They look a little bit gaunt, don't they?
They've just lost all their muscle.
Maybe they could. Do you reckon they could make a play for the under 85s?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're going for. They're trying to lose enough weight that they can absolutely dominate an New Zealand under 85s
They'll win
team.
the 85s World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to go for it. Imagine that. You turn up as the under-85s Pro-Am World Cup and you look over to New Zealand and it's like Richie McCaw, Kieran Reid, Jerome Kano.
A real skinny Brad Thorne who's super flexible. Yeah.
Sam Whitelock. All of these people, you go, Jesus Christ.
Mate, Sam Whitelock's legs alone would weigh 85 kilos, mate.
Just one of them, probably.
Just one of them, yeah.
Big hunk of meat. Yeah, I don't want to I feel bad kind of going through the whole team and just sort of picking apart each player.
But before, mate. Everyone, like, there were some good moments here and there, but I don't think you can fault anyone individually.
No,
I mean, you had an intercept try, which are unfortunate, but it wouldn't have changed the course of the game. I think you touched on it last week, mate. It's the old defense, isn't it? Once that goes down, and then you've got an attacking team like South Africa that come in and start playing their A game, and you drop off 46 tackles, you're fucked.
Well, then that goes back to the mental thing, because I reckon defence has to be galvanised by the team being together, mentally to put a stop to it.
Do you have a mental coach, mate? You got a therapist or someone that you work with?
Yeah.
And
and that's
do you think maybe you've picked up enough skills during your own personal mental growth to maybe just impart some of your knowledge on the All Blacks camp?
Yeah,
would you say for instance, I'm calling you up, mate. Razor's calling you here, mate. G'day, Gareth. How are you?
G'day, Razor. Scott,
yeah, mate.
how are you, mate?
We've had a loss. We've had a loss in Wellington. I know you're down
I saw.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. Mate, we just need to touch on our week off, just a couple of mental things, because obviously we fell off the wagon there mentally. So what have you got for us, mate? Could I get you in for a session? What are the key points you'd cover?
Yeah. Look, well, first of all, I'd ban you guys from doing the Wordle at halftime.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That's probably a fair point, mate, because I did see a few of the boys on the New York Times site. Yeah.
No phones.
No phones.
Right? No phones, thanks. Good, phones in the dressing room for a starter. I've already told you about that. That was sort of on my pre-checklist. Hopefully that's not happening. And I will be looking at the dressing room cameras to make sure. Yep. Just so you know, enough, I've requested that from the stadium.
Yep, no phones. Got that.
And I just want focus. I just want focus from the boys. And I need them all to, what I usually do when someone's not paying enough attention to the gravity of the task ahead of them is I get them to watch their favourite trauma moment from a movie from their childhood. So, for example, I think with Anton Leonard-Brown, it was always Mufasa dying at the Lion King falling off the cliff. I think that'd
be a few of the boys' ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mine's probably the Stand By Me dead body moment.
Yeah, did that get you?
Yeah, got me as a kid.
Yeah. One of those moments, or like like a dog dying in a film, like just any point where an animal dies and really tugs your heartstrings. That's kind of where I try and mentally get the player back to that moment in their mind, and I go,
or the ass to ass scene at the end of Requiem for a Dream.
Ass to ass. Or you just play them the human centipede and say, if you don't pull up your socks, I'm going to stitch your mouth to his arsehole.
Okay, mate. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. That's good. Thanks, Gareth. We'll get you on Thursday, mate, and we'll go through a couple of those things. I mean, these are all quite basic things, man. I think we've already covered these. I don't think. Just telling them to be focused, I don't know if that's a good ploy to help them mentally. But, hey, I appreciate your help, mate.
Hey,
anything's going to be helpful.
And just back yourself, mate. Back yourself. Have a little bit of confidence. I mean, the players have got to look to you, and they've got to see that everything's going to be all right. I just saw when you were giving your post-match interview with Kieran Reid and Mills, and Laura, you just seemed a little shook, mate. You seemed like you just seemed like you were wavering a bit, and those players need to look up to you and see their true leader. So could you just
mate, is that
just fake it, even for just a bit? Just fake it that everything's going to be all right.
We talk about leaders, right? He is he's the guy. He's the one. And I know, it's. I always like to have a little look at see who's saying what. After these games, it's really interesting. It's really interesting just reading a few headlines. You dig a little deeper, and it's all. There's so many articles about Razor, Scott Robertson, his record, and like people last week, but literally a week before were going, he's a legend, and he's actually done quite a lot.
You're damned if you do.
And then all of a sudden he has this one loss, and it's like, he's actually got quite a shit record. Is he doing what he needs to be doing? Poor old Razor, the
thing is, if we'd just lost at Wellington, it would have been no biggie. It would have been no biggie. I thought it was going to be one apiece. We'd said that it was probably likely to be one apiece.
Our egos are way too fragile to lose in such an embarrassing way.
Yeah. Mate, we can't be doing that.
When we get pantsed, we get embarrassed.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
We don't like showing off the crown jewels, mate. We don't. No. We don't like people pointing and laughing at the size and shape of our bits when our pants come down on the jungle gym.
No, no, and we have well and truly not only did the Springboks pull our pants down on the jungle gym, but they shouted and pointed at our willy, and everybody in the school turned.
And you know
from
what,
making their Play-Doh and looked at
Wellington
our balls.
as well. When you look at the post-match interviews, all of the All Blacks friends left early. They were like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." What an embarrassing dickhead! I'm out of here. I don't want to see his bits. I'm going to the canteen. I'm going to the backfield. I don't want to be in this horrible field with this loser. And then all the Springboks, they rallied around all the fans. And when Siya Khaleesi was getting interviewed, there was a big old ruckus. They were frothing.
Loved it. I reckon
And you know where else this happened?
Where?
In Oz, mate. Last night, just before we watched the All Blacks be decimated, there was a lovely wee competition between the Wallabies and the Pumas.
Yes, there was.
And the Pumas, mate, they had a cracker.
Yeah, they did.
They came out, they had a lovely little halftime lead.
Did they?
They came back out again, scored another couple of beauties, and then the wheels came off a little bit for them. And
in
Aussie
the space
threatened
of like
to do
4 minutes.
Exactly what they did the week before, and they had a bloody blinder last 20
Yeah,
minutes.
I mean, unlike the ABs, the Aussies are getting this last 20 thing down to a fine art.
Yeah, and this is what's getting putting the shits up me for week after next make at Eden Park. Because, we can always say that, we're up for the big games. We always defend Eden Park, but these guys are top of the table now. Yeah. And I know that it's a very tight competition, but, mate, they've got an extra bonus point now. The points differential is looking very good for them. It's not looking good for us. We're in the negatives for the first time.
No, we are.
Years.
In South Africa, that's why they're second. Yeah, it's not good.
So, I mean, it's a little bit squeaky bum.
It is a bit squeaky bum. I still think it's safe. I mean, there was some rattling play from the Aussies for sure. Yeah. I mean, that was great. This Schmidt has got them doing all sorts of marvelous things.
Hey,
it's
I looked
incredible.
it up, mate. I thought Leskis was going to be in and around this year. He's not starting till middle 2026.
Oh, I thought he started after the tour, so I thought he began his tenure
mid 2026, mate.
Yeah, well, I guess he'll. That's when his first game will be.
Why are they announcing it in February?
They always do. They probably do. I think they did the same for
Razor.
Razor
Before he starts.
Didn't they do the same with Razor?
I don't know, mate, but I just feel like Joe.
Because he comes in January and starts all his prep.
It's just making me nervous, mate. It was nice to have the little buffer of a new coach coming in and him just being a little bit silly about it. And now they've got Joe doing like wonders with this team.
It's
I wish we'd taken him. I actually genuinely like Razor.
Yeah, I genuinely I like Razor too, but there's
I'd love to
something
have
about
Joe there.
There's something about Schmidt and his old schoolness that I would love if he was the coach.
It's the old school principle thing, man.
Yes,
I'm telling
man.
you.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the training ground for All Blacks coaches.
You need to be scared of him.
Yeah.
Like with Shag, you should be scared of your coach. He should put the shits up you.
Yeah.
He
like
should
that.
He should stand at the front of the room and he calls your name. He goes, Joe, and you fucking shit yourself.
Oh, God, what
and
have
you
I
sheepishly
fucking done?
walk up to the front of the class and you're like, what's he going to do today? And that's exactly what you need, I think, in a coach at that level. You have to have the shits up you. Every single player.
Remember the old school, like the All Blacks? I remember there was some good. I remember Rich Silitzer used to make some great content when they were on tour back in the day. The Brooks and the Fitzpatrick days.
Yeah,
and they used to have the bus. The tour bus was like a massive hierarchy, and like when you're a new player, you would never be allowed down the back of the bus, and it'd be like, like bullying, borderline bullying, and probably genuine bullying.
You can't sit here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Taken seats taken.
We definitely don't want to regress into that sort of emotional abuse that we probably had back then. But I feel like there's got to be a little bit of that mongrel that
you're saying we're
missing.
A bit soft, mate.
Well, the second half of that game last night suggests that we are a little bit fucking soft, mate.
Yeah, and the one team you cannot be soft against is South Africa. Those mongrels. I mean, look at that team. They will murder you, straight up murder you if you do not counter them. And I felt that they just picked at our bones, didn't they, in that second half? It was, we've got I don't even know what the answer is. It's all in the mental area. That's what it has to be. The team is fine. I don't think you throw the baby out with the bathwater or anything like that. You just those guys need to just have a look in the mirror and go, what?
Where does that saying come from?
I knew you were going to pick up on that.
The baby. Why you don't? I mean, you're throwing out the bathwater, right?
You're throwing out so you've been bathing the baby as you do.
You're bathing the baby, right? And you're bathing in a little tub, right?
Yeah, and so you get rid of the bathwater afterwards.
And you're using probably some Johnson & Johnson No More Tears.
Yeah. But you get rid of the bathwater afterwards, and you put
which is probably quite cool. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
It's a little bit milky from the soap and a little bit of grime.
Yeah, and you want to put some new, fresh, clean water in to bathe the baby, but you don't want to throw the baby out as well, because
of course
then
not. It's a baby, mate.
Yeah, well, exactly. Because then you've got to go into the room and answer to your partner. Goes, where's Timmy?
The baby?
where's little Timmy? And you go,
but in what situation?
Shit,
okay,
I've thrown it out.
In this metaphor, and what does throwing the baby mean? Like, does that mean like getting rid of the whole team?
Yeah, it means getting rid of everyone just in order to actually have a new bath. You don't need a new baby, is what I mean. You can have a new bath with the same baby.
The baby is the All Blacks squad.
Yeah, so you don't want to throw the baby out just to have a new bath.
Or is the baby Razor?
Well, and it could be anyone. Yeah.
Okay.
So exactly. Well, Razor's a good example too. Baby Razor, and that would have been a sight for sore eyes. You don't want to throw
very, very hollow.
You don't want to throw Razor out with the bath water. You want to bring in some nice clean water and bathe him again.
And what's the bath water? Is that maybe could that be like the jerseys that they wore at that fateful night in Wellington? You're throwing those jerseys out, but you're not the rest of the team. You're
throwing the jerseys out, and you're throwing all the bad juju out.
Yeah, all the tape and Okay, cool.
And maybe I guess you could shave your legs or something, or like.
Sorry. You could shave your face.
Your legs.
You could shave
your body. Throw all of that excess hair out.
So So maybe everyone could just maybe everyone gets a Brazilian. Maybe everyone in the All Blacks, just to cleanse themselves from the Wellington test. They're bald from the eyeballs down, and they have to have a shave and then have a full go down to your local, and they have to line up. I think they're all in the nude, and they're at the Intercontinental there in Wellington, just off Labs and Key Grey Street, I think it is.
Yeah,
and they're all in the conference room.
Name.
Yeah, and they've got an easy up there in the conference room, and they're all in a line with their towels, and they just have to come in and one by one get a full wax down.
Or maybe they have to shave. Maybe they have to shave each other.
Well, I think that's the prep for the waxing.
Right.
I know you want the hair there actually so that the wax can take.
Is it that they could take the baby in the bathwater thing really seriously, and one of them, the worst player on the night, has to be washed by the other members of the team?
They all have to share. They all have to share the bathwater.
Yeah.
They put themselves into a ranking of who played the worst and who played the best, and whoever played the best gets the clean bathwater.
Yeah.
And whoever played the worst has to bathe in 22
other players' water. They rank it. And that's the only way you're going to get clean tonight. So you've got Billy Proctor maybe coming in at the end in the filthy water
imagine the pubes on the what's it called? Leather Imperial bar at the end of the 23 players. Imperial leather. It'd just
on
be
the palm
pubes.
olive.
It'd just be pubes and like a little slither. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, that's a horrific thought, but maybe something extreme as that is what is needed to really kickstart them back into.
Yeah, maybe, mate. Yeah, you're right.
It's got to be something.
Bringing this back, we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, and no one should throw the baby out with the bathwater. Make sure when you're throwing the bathwater out, the baby is out and maybe really, just tucked up in a wee towel or on a blanket on the bed.
Please don't go exercise safety.
Don't go throwing the baby out.
When you're bathing your baby, you really do have to keep an eye on them. They could slip under. So just keep an eye on them, because I don't want another 43-10 drubbing. Thanks. I've had about enough of that.
And for anyone out there that is still using Imperial leather soap, good on you, because a classic doesn't go past me, man. I love a good old fashioned bar.
I prefer a bit of Dove with a quarter a cup of moisturising cream.
No. Dove strips your bits. If you've got sensitive skin, Dove is not good for you, mate. Yeah, come out in a rash.
Really?
It's harsh. Yeah.
When have you used Dove?
I've used Dove quite a bit. You know what? I mean, I have a good relationship with Dove deodorant. I quite often use that. When my nana passed away,
I also use Dove.
Yeah, when my nana passed away, we went down to her place to see her off, have a wee tonguey at her place, and we were staying there. And in my rush to get down there when she went on her way, I left my deodorant at home. So I went looking through the cupboards and found hers, and it was the old blue top Dove. So I've been used it ever since.
Blue top Dove.
Yeah, mate. It was when I was 14. I've used blue top Dove. I used to get teased about it at school because I used to wear my nana's deodorant.
They went, "Hey, blue top.
Yeah.
Hey, small dick Job."
Mate, no one ever said small dick. It's average.
Sorry.
It's normal. It's nothing to write home about, but and it's not small. It's not big either. It's just a normal average size. It's normal, mate.
I love how honest you are about it.
Yeah, no, it's just it does its job, you know, and no one's sort of really saying anything about it. It's just the normal penis. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yes, it's great.
And you wash it with Imperial leather.
You know, you shouldn't be washing it with anything.
Oh,
maybe some aqueous cream or something like that.
It's not self-cleaning. It's not a vagina.
No, but you give it a rinse. Don't be getting Dove, like lathering it up and getting Dove all up in there.
Why not?
Because it's not good for it.
What's going to happen?
Well, it's just not good, mate. It's not good for the sensitive skin around there. It's very sensitive, especially if it gets a lot of use. I don't know whether yours does anymore, mate.
Well, yours certainly doesn't.
Oh, God.
No, mine gets use every now and then, but I certainly after I do, I'm always make sure I wash it down with a cup of Dove.
Cup of Dove.
Okay, all right. Put a cup of Dove on it, babe.
We're way off task now.
Okay, we're way off task.
I think it's probably due to the fact that we're a little bit depressed.
Yeah, I think we're giddy and we're behaving weirdly because we're very deeply sad.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all good, mate. Like over here, like I love staying up. I love the occasion of staying up late.
Yeah.
I've always. Last night I had a mate round and we shared a bottle of red wine while we were waiting for the game to start, and it was nice. Had some good conversations, and you know, and the week before I set up a game of poker with a few friends.
Oh,
and it was great, and
that's lovely.
It's really nice when you come out of that kind of occasion, and it's like you're bleary eyed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you come away with a lovely Eden Park win. But to come back, going to bed at 3 a.m. this morning, with a Bay of Plenty loss to Hawke's Bay, which I've got a lot of family down there in the Hawke's Bay, and they're always they're always first to text, which I hate. And I mean, to be fair, I do give it back when we have beaten them the last couple of years. But it's just not very nice going to bed. I had some bad dreams last night. Had a very uncomfortable sleep. Was tossing and turning. Yep. It just really set me off to a bad start to the day.
It's actually kind of, there's probably potentially some very concerning health issues that are going to come for you and I off the back of this test match.
And if my aura ring is just it was telling me it's telling me that I'm getting sick because of what was happening with my heart rate and my blood pressure and stuff last night. So
it's a real tragedy. I think definitely everybody's blood pressure is going to be through the roof this week. So do look after yourself out there. Take it easy. Maybe take a day off work. Do they do bereavement leave for All Blacks losses in New Zealand? They should.
They should, yeah. I think it's probably been written into a few contracts after the 1999 loss, and then the 2007 one. Yeah, that was particularly bad, wasn't it? Yeah,
that one was a particular bad.
Then, weren't we?
We were. I remember the
streets of Wellington.
At Steve's house.
The streets of Wellington after that day where it was tumbleweeds right through Courtney Place and Taranaki Street.
Sad. What would it have been? A Sunday morning game, probably.
Probably. Yeah. But I think if the All Blacks are listening, and I know they all tune into the pod, so
absolutely, fellas, every one of them.
We're still behind you.
We love you.
We love you lots. It's been a hard day today to be a fan of yours, and that's okay. Sometimes we have these little things, but bounce back, please.
Yeah, bounce back.
Do not lose the Bledisloe Cup.
No,
that's one thing that we just do not.
They're not going to lose,
mainly because we do not want to see Gareth's penis swinging down Ponsonby Road.
They're not going to lose the Bledisloe. I've always said that is a bridge too far. They may lose the championship at this point. That could go. Clearly, the championship could go any way at this moment.
Well, you can't really say that South Africa has an easy run into home, do you? And you might have.
I wouldn't be surprised if Argentina tip them in one of their games coming up. One of them's in South Africa, one of them's in Argentina. They beat them last year. It could go. Honestly, this whole thing could go either way. I think every team has been a little up and down.
Imagine if it comes down to the bonus points. Imagine if it comes down to the points differential. It'd be great.
It absolutely might. We love you, All Blacks.
No one expected to be in this position, and I bet the All Blacks don't either. But mate, guys, fellas, please bounce back. We need you to bounce back.
They'll bounce back. They just need a little bit of it's an unfortunate wake-up call that we hoped would actually never happen. I think we were all holding on to the day that the All Blacks would never, ever get thrashed. We'd never see it in our lifetime. But I think I really hope we're not going to see it. I really hope we're not going to see it more.
Mate. We got pants pulled down. We got our wrists taped to our ankles, and we got spanked.
Yeah, we got spanked, and
until our bottoms were a peachy red colour.
Yeah, peachy red, and everybody was laughing. And some people were throwing stones.
Hey, mate, just one more question before we wrap up.
Yes, please.
What are you going to wear if we do lose the Bledisloe? What are you going to wear to the streak on Ponsonby Road? Like, are you going to sort of get some sort of tearaway tracksuit so you've got some quick release items that you can just sort of swing off? And are you gonna
No.
are you gonna keep your shoes on? Are you gonna go shoes and socks on?
Yeah. I'll go shoes and socks, and I'll probably wear I'll wear a loose pair of gym shorts, and I'll quickly drop the decks, and I'll have like a big jacket standing by for afterwards.
At the end. So maybe we have someone at the finish line.
Just to be clear, I'm not running the whole of Ponsonby Road.
No.
I'm running the section.
Are we calling it 200 metres?
100 metres.
Or are we going traffic light to traffic light?
Yeah, I'll go a block.
We'll go Pollen and Ponsonby through to Franklin and Ponsonby.
Absolutely not. That's far too much. That's every restaurant on the street.
Oh yeah.
No,
which side of the road? Are you going to go to? Are you going to go two hand side, or are you going to go SPQR side?
I'm going Pollen to Williamson. Max.
As long as you go on the Mecca Orphans Kitchen side, you go.
It's not going to
go past Daily Bread, mate.
Well, they'll see my Daily.
Rivalry.
They'll see my baguette,
mate. There'll be someone up at the Ponsonby food court that that'll be looking out over the balcony, seeing you swing past,
having a mee goreng and then vomiting.
What's your go-to at the Ponsonby food court?
A charmy, mate.
Chicken charmy,
just like you.
Yeah,
chicken charmy.
Spice.
Yeah, and a laksa.
Oh, you like the laksa?
Yeah, I like that Malaysian joint there. It's very good. It's not the best in town. I was. It's far superior. But
until you got that food poisoning at that time.
I didn't.
Didn't you find a pube in your boiled egg in there?
I don't know if that was me, mate. Is it?
All right.
Well, look, disappointing. It's a little bit of a sad, cloud hanging over us today, but you'll bounce back, boys, and the leadership team, have a fucking good look at yourselves and do something about this monstrosity, because it ain't good enough.
Let's get Richie in there.
He was at training.
Was he?
What's going on?
Oh, he's probably talking about how many chicken thighs he wants for dinner.
Dog Roll just needs to get a little more confidence and start fucking telling his bloody... Scott Barrett needs to start...
Oh, yeah.
Telling his boys what the hell is what, because someone needs to step up. And it can't be Artie Xavier every single game. He had a blinder last week. You can't expect the guy to just always be there, can you? I mean... Well,
yes, we do. You know what? Maybe Scott Barrett needs to go to some speech and drama lessons. Maybe we put him through a Toi Whakaare course.
At the Lower Hutt Community Hall.
Maybe
he could stop off.
You get like a Sylvia Rands to do a couple of one-on-ones with him, and maybe so he can start speaking from his vagina.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he needs to do something, because he looked like he had a face like a smacked ass last night after that, and it wasn't pretty.
All right, mate. All right, we've got to go.
Okay, we love you.
Love you guys, and rest easy. We'll be back. I know it hurts. It hurts right now.
Yeah,
but time will heal all wounds.
That's true, unless your wound is fatal and you die of your injuries.
But you can't die from an All Blacks loss.
No.
Go the Black Ferns.
Yeah.
Semi-finals time,
if anyone's listening from Imperial Leather, looking for a sponsorship,
we promise to wash the cubes off the bar.
Big fans of your soap bars. Massive fans. All right. Hooroo.
Super smack. Hooroo.